DHS beefs up security at federal buildings. What's going on, guys? MaKaElectric. It is Wednesday, the 29th of October, 2014. Got some more possible Operation Blackjack hits here. Let me give you this. Homeland Security Secretary Johnson is directing government buildings across the country to enhance security measures in light of terror threats against the United States. The reason for this action is self-evident: the continued public calls by terrorist organizations for attacks against the homeland and elsewhere, including law enforcement and other government officials. Yada yada. This goes on to talk about ISIS. Now let me give you a second link. Not sure if it has anything to do with the first link, but it's relevant. Suspicious cyber activity at White House detected and addressed. Why is that relevant? Did you see the rocket that blew up yesterday? 6 seconds into launch, rocket explodes. Was that just some sort of malfunction? Something went wrong? Or let me give you the next link from truther.org. I'll put a link to that rocket story if you didn't see it. Check out the video. Very impressive. Cyber attack and subsequent EMP planned for a rocket launch on October 27. Look at what they're putting out. They put this out on October 27. That's one day before the rocket launch. Yesterday was the 28th. Unable to execute a North Korean nuclear EMP attack on October 24, 2014 during the 2014 World Series in San Francisco. It now appears that the Obama administration, at the behest of the CIA, is plotting a second EMP attack, this time on the East Coast of the United States. Now, take this with a grain of salt. I don't know. That's very interesting, though. Did one of the good guys intervene and self-destruct that rocket? Was it about to do something? Because they said the payload was carrying thousands of pounds of food to the ISS, other stuff to the ISS, and a classified payload. Did anybody catch that yesterday when they were talking about it? What classified? Like EMP classified? Other news going on, are they about to put the clamps down on the people? Canada must do more to ward off radical threats, security officials say. They're talking about rounding people up in Canada. Now, let me tie that back to Operation Blackjack, because this is already going on in the UK. Let me give you a slide from Blackjack. Police and security forces raid known militants. Are they about to start rounding people up in mass? It's very interesting stuff. Under pressure, Cuomo says Ebola quarantines can be spent at home. Apparently, the White House didn't like what New York and New Jersey were doing, quarantining people that coming in from Ebola-stricken countries. Well, they can serve that time at home now. They can self-quarantine since, the White House did. Why wouldn't the White House get behind something that would keep the people of the country safe from Ebola? You got to ask yourself that. I could tie that back to Blackjack, too. Let me give you this. All citizens are obligated with immediate effect to make contact with their approved health provider to arrange for a one-time vaccination against a range of biological and chemical agents. There is no charge for this implant. Failure to comply could result in unlimited prison term. Are we about to see forced vaccinations? Check out that slide from Blackjack. Think about all the Ebola stuff going on. Now, let's move on to clamps being put on the internet. Are you ready for it? News put out a great video yesterday. Definitely things you need to know. Serious threat by U.S. government to censor internet. FEC, October 2014. Her video is about 7 minutes long. Please pull it up and check it out. Check the links below her video. That's no joke, people. They're talking about clamping down anyone talking anything about politics on the internet. Also depicted in Operation Blackjack below her video, I'll put this slide. There's considerable evidence that some internet chat rooms and alternative websites and other forums were used in preparations of the June 22nd attacks to coordinate their actions. To prevent further use of the web for these purposes, steps are being taken by regulatory authorities to monitor and prevent unpatriotic abuse of digital communications. Unpatriotic as in it goes against the government. Again, see her video. That slide's very real. Let's move on. What are some other reasons why they might be getting ready to pull the plug? Well, Putin lashes out at U.S. and West for destabilizing the world, but I can't argue with him there. Got this here, too. China launches new World Bank rival. Now, some people might say that's all owned and operated by the elite. Same people. It could be. Just FYI, I'm just going to link to the videos. Now, I posted the story yesterday. I posted Are You Ready for It's News video on my Facebook page about censorship of the internet, and I automatically got somebody coming back and say, well, people forget you can make your own servers. You don't have to use like YouTube and Blogspot and all these other people. It amazes me how people are still in denial. I'm not worried about making my own server. And by the way, what do you think you're going to hook that server up to? Who owns and controls all of the transmission lines? What are you going to plug it into? People don't seem to realize what's going on. Let me put that 10-minute video once again. The New World Order is here. Breaks it down in 10 minutes. And there's much more if you need more. And for the people who are going to say, oh, New World Order is a conspiracy theory, then I'd like to know why all these politicians and high-up people around the world constantly use the term New World Order. In fact, explain to me what Joe Biden was talking about when he told the Air Force Academy to lead in shaping a New World Order. I'll put a link to that video. That video is also good to pass around, 5 minutes long, goes through several things going on, including military training in metropolitan cities, all kinds of other stuff going on in that video. So what are you guys' thoughts on all this? Utter madness, you know? Is it a fear-mongering tactic that they're raising security at federal buildings, or are they about to pull the plug? And what's up with that rocket exploding? Please tell me your thoughts on that. Make sure you check out that link from truth.org. Very interesting stuff. Did a good guy just blow the whistle on the EMP? Hit the self-destruct button? You got to ask yourself, I don't know. Please pass this information around. Please rate the video. Make people aware of this stuff. Crazy times, people. I'll also put the links to Operation Blackjack at the very bottom. For those not aware of that, you really want to go through the whole thing and compare it to what's going on now. That was put out in 2008. Until the next one, you guys take care, stay safe. I will see you on the next one.